today's video, I'm going to show you a free and simple way that you can make eye-catching audiograms or little animation clips from your podcast episodes and share them to TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts all at the same time. Hey, welcome to the Pod Sound School. I'm Studio Steve, podcast coach and producer, and I'm getting asked all the time about how we make our audiograms. So I thought I would share with you a really cool tool that allows you to make really eye-catching audiograms. Now, if you're not familiar with what an audiogram is, it's just a little wave animation, usually over a still image that people share on social media. But I'm going to show you how you can take your audiograms to the next level very simply, quick, and free so that you can share them to platforms like Instagram with the Instagram Reels or TikTok or YouTube Shorts as vertical videos, just little 30-second videos. You make one video and then you can post it to all three platforms. Okay, let's just jump right into it. But before we do, if you're new to podcasting or you've been podcasting for a while and you're looking for weekly tips of how you can make something big happen with your podcast and continually try to take your podcast to new levels, consider subscribing here on our channel. We post really fun videos all about podcasting every week. Okay, let's jump into Headliner.app. Okay, so here is the dashboard in Headliner. This is what it looks like when you sign up and create an account with them. Quickly, just to look at Headliner's pricing, it's free forever and you get 5 videos per month. After those 5 videos, Headliner will put their watermark on your videos, and that's why you'll need to upgrade to only $7.99 a month if you're gonna be making a ton of videos. Okay, so here we are in the dashboard. There's a few tabs along the top. You can see I am in the Create tab. Very straightforward. And from here, I have a few different options. I'm gonna choose Audiogram Wizard. From Audiogram Wizard, you have 2 different options here. You can either upload your own file or you can actually search for your podcast here. For today's example, I'm gonna use a client's podcast. It's a really great podcast all about dating called You're Such a Catch Podcast, and we're gonna make an audiogram for her. And we'll say search here, and you'll see you can actually find any podcast that's listed on the directories right here, and you can actually pick an episode to create a clip from. But I've actually already separated the clip that I want to use, so I'm going to upload that file. I'll say choose file here, I go to the desktop, and I have this episode here, Kate Steinberg, she did an episode with, and here, Kate Clip. It's just a little clip. Now here, if you want it to go to Instagram Reels, you want to make sure that it's no longer than 30 seconds. That way it can go to Instagram Reels, it can go to TikTok, and it can go to YouTube Shorts all at the same time. So here's the clip, and you can listen through it. Once you have a clip up here, you can change the duration and all that, but I already have this clip selected. It's 30 seconds long, so I can just go ahead and say next. Here it asks you for your aspect ratio. Now, since I'm gonna do a nice vertical video, I'll choose this one right here. And you can also do an Instagram for an Instagram post, or this landscape option here looks really good for YouTube and it also looks great for Twitter. So I am gonna select this vertical option here and say next. Now here's sort of the quick menu to get started customizing our audiogram. It already has the podcast cover, the You're Such a Catch podcast, and then it has the waveform here. So we can go through, we can actually look at their templates, and they have a lot of really cool templates right out of the box that you can choose that are pretty fancy and can get you some good audiograms. But these audiograms are also kind of basic, kind of what you're used to seeing on a lot of social media platforms, and we want to do something even more customizable than that. So we'll select the back button, come back here, and I'm actually going to title this project Kate Steinberg episode YSC for You're Such a Catch. And here now you can go to waveform, and they have all these different waveform options. You can move the waveform around, you can change the color of the waveform, and that's amazing. The other thing I really like to do is to use the brand color of your podcast. So over in Canva here, I have the brand colors for the You're Such a Catch podcast. So I think let's do something fun. Why don't we do this color here for the wave? And we'll change that here. I just copied the hex code from Canva and I pasted it into there. And then for the background color, I can select a different background color. Let's go ahead and pick, maybe this lime green color is fun, or even this yellow I think would be good. So we'll pick this yellow color here, and for the background color we do that. And then I am not going to use this image of her podcast here. So I will click on image here and I'm gonna say delete. So you can see that this is very user-friendly, very basic. And then for the time being, I'm just gonna grab my audio file and I'm gonna put it right about here. Now it's important to note that for Instagram Reels, when the Reels play in a person's timeline, which is where most people are watching them, the little bit at the top and the little bit at the bottom will get cut off. So if I were to put this waveform all the way down here, you wouldn't see most of the waveform. So you want to give yourself a little bit of space at the bottom and a little bit of space at the top where there's nothing important there, because that's going to get cut off in an Instagram Reels. So now that I've done this, if I was all done here, I could go ahead and say create. I can add text. You can also add a progress bar that shows a progress bar. I'm not going to have a progress bar in this one. And then we'll go ahead and say create. This is where it gives you an option to export this video now. So if you're just making something really quick, or you can go into the advanced editor. And this is where we're going to get cooking with some really cool audiograms. So it takes just a moment here to upload your audio, generate waveforms, upload your imagery, and hey, add some good vibes. Okay, here we are. So it has made our audiogram. If we were to have a listen to it, this is what it sounds like.
Never settle. Do not settle. Even if you want to look past a little red flag or if something.
Cool, so you can see it's doing a pretty good job with that. You see we have our waveform right here. If we click on it, we can still adjust where it's at. We can adjust the type of waveform it is. There's lots of fun types here that I like a lot, but these wide round bars I think we'll use. So we'll keep these the way they are and we'll say save here. And now what we could do is you can add text. You can also add a transcript or captions, which is really great. So now what we could do is we can add pictures and then animate the pictures a little bit, graphics and text and captions, and you can get really complicated to make really engaging and eye-catching audiograms all inside of Headliner here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to go to media from the top here and I'm gonna say add media. And I'm going to upload images and I'm gonna say choose file. And you wanna choose one image at a time. So I'll choose this first image here and upload it. And here is the first picture of Kate. You might recognize her. She was on a popular reality TV show, The 12 Dates of Christmas. And here from effect, we'll change this to some kind of effect. We can do a pan left. Let's try with a pan right here. And you can also adjust the crop. You can adjust where she's at here. I think it looks good there. It already is leaving some space at the bottom and at the top for our reels. And then we can say add to video. And then it's saving the image to the project. And now if we were to press play, you'll see that it's actually...
Do not settle. Even if you want to look past a little red flag or...
You see how that was actually animating, which is great. Now, I want to see more of this timeline. You'll see around here we have two magnifying glasses. This will zoom in and out on our timeline so we can see the whole length of the 30-second audiogram. I'm going to try to space this out so that I'm going to have 4 pictures in here. So let's go ahead and add another picture. Again, you'll want to add these one picture at a time. So I'll add the second one now. There we go. And there's the second one, which is great. And also this time, why don't we do a different effect? Let's do a pan up, maybe. And see how that looks. And you can always change these effects after the fact as well, which is nice. It kind of overlapped these, so we can overlap those, do this, and see what those look like together. It's gonna save it, and I'm pressing spacebar to play. That's the quick key to play, or you can use play right
flag,
here.
Or if something feels wrong or off, or just move on. Say no, move on, because the moment you move on.
Cool. And then let's see if I blend these over.
It's wrong or off.
So you'll see another thing that's happening here, which is cool, is there is a transition happening. If I double click on this again, I can change my type of transition. So it says an entry transition. This is on dissolve. Maybe it would be better if I did like a wipe or a fade in or a slide up. So let's have this one actually slide up to come in, and then over here we can change this to let's do slide left, so it will slide over to the left. And you can play around with this until you find something that you really like. So now I'll go back to the beginning of the timeline again and press the space bar to play.
Never settle. Do not settle. Even if you want to look past a little red flag or if something feels wrong or off, or just move on. Say no.
So I wasn't sure I liked that slide up. So now here from the slide up, I'll actually let's just do a wipe here. And that will be there, okay? And now I just repeat the process with the 2 other pictures. I can already see I might need to start making these a little bit bigger in size. And you can see how easy it is to just drag your mouse to the end of the region here that you've created with the picture and drag it to the left or right to make the length of it larger or smaller. And I'll say add media, choose file again. And from here I go down to the 3rd option and I just repeat this for the 3. Here, let's do a zoom. I like a zoom, and the entry will do. Let's do a fade in, and we'll add that to the video. Okay, and now I added this one to the video. We'll go ahead here, and now we have just enough space for our 4th picture as well. I'll put the cursor here so that it will actually bring it into the video there. And from here, we are going to add another one, and choose our file here, and we'll do the 4th one. Here's the 4th one. Let's also do a zoom on this one as well. And we'll do a fade in as well on this one and add this to the video. And you can play around with the different types of movements and animations and everything and get it just the way you want to. Another really great thing you can do here is to bring in the cover of the podcast or the cover of the podcast episode and say, listen to full episode, link in bio, or different calls to action you can do like that. But I just like to leave it how it is to spark curiosity. This is pretty mind-blowing. I'm sure your creative juices are going insane right now with all the cool things you can do with your own audiograms. If you like this video, if you found this helpful, please give me a thumbs up here where you're watching the video. That would be really awesome. So finally, the last thing I like to do to take it up even another notch is to add some background music. You'll see right here under where it says audio, we have a track that says BG audio or background audio. So we can go to that track and press this plus button here, and that will allow us to upload some background music. Now with the background music, what I like to do is actually process this through an audio editing software and make sure that the music's nice and low, because there doesn't seem to be volume adjustments here on Headliner. So if you're gonna upload some background music, make sure that it's soft, nice music that will fit in nicely in the background of the voice. So I'll say music clip here and open that. And here we go. You're able to select how long you want it to be. You can go through, but you'll see I already cut this to be a 30-second little piece of music that I like to add. And here, while it's loading the waveform, you can still kind of clip your audio, but once the waveform is loaded, you can see where you want the audio to be. I'm gonna trim this down because we know that we want this to be shorter than 30 seconds. It's always good to kind of do 29.9 like that. And that looks really good there to me. So now if we're satisfied, we say add to video, and it says adding audio to project. This may take a while, so why not do some dancing? Maybe get up and do some exercise. You know, I like to really take advantage of these moments. I've gotten very good at dancing while I wait for things to load. And there it is. Now we can kind of scoot it over and we can go to the beginning by pressing this right here, this little move playhead to the start, and then we can press spacebar and hear what that sounds like.
Never settle. Do not settle. Even if you want to look past a little.
I think I kind of like how this sort of fades in with the music here, and I can see we need to scoot it over a little bit more. So let's hear what that sounds like. Then we can watch up here to what's happening.
Never settle. Do not settle. Even if you want to look past a little red flag, or if something feels wrong or off, or just move on. Say no, move on, because the moment you move on, you're raising your self-worth. Every time you say no to something that's not serving you, you're going to own your self-worth a little bit more. So even if you don't feel hopeful right now, or you feel like, oh, I'm never going to meet anybody, trust me, if you just stay true to who you are, own who you are, like raise your self-worth, like it's going to come.
Cool, and now we reviewed it and it looks really good to us. I think I'll actually put that right there. And we'll do that, and we'll bring this back out like that. Okay, so once you've made your final adjustments and you know that it looks really good, you can go ahead and export it. And when you export it, you have a few options here. I like to come to the video size here, and here I like to actually say the HD2 to get a higher quality video, and then we say export my video now. And we'll export this. It takes a minute to generate it, then it will email it to you and you can download it. Once it's downloaded, you can share it to as many platforms as you want. If it's under 30 seconds and you kept the little top part and the little bottom part free, you can share it as a Reels, you can share it as a TikTok video, and you can share it as a Shorts here on YouTube. How cool is that? And if you want to see what this looks like on Instagram as a Reels, check out the You're Such a Catch Instagram at You're Such a Catch. And there we go. It says your video is ready. Download it here. I'll go ahead and download it. And this will bring you to this download page of this video. And here's where I find it most useful, just to download the video to my computer. And then from my computer, I can airdrop it to my phone or email it to myself so that I can get it onto my phone, which makes it the easiest way to upload it to TikTok and to Instagram Reels, or even to YouTube from the phone there. And that's great. We can open it up and you can see I have a beautiful audiogram
Never
video.
settle.
I'll just kind of scrub through it and you can see all that movement with an audiogram. Really great, really engaging, really eye-catching, and really the only limits to this are your own creativity. Another hot tip before we move on is if you do have Canva, what I like to do is actually remove the background of the pictures, and that makes it a little more colorful, a little more hip looking for a nice audiogram too. And that's a really simple effect to apply in Canva, so you can check that out as well. And there you have it, Podski. Pretty cool stuff, right? I can't believe that you can do that for free. I can't believe how easy it is. Make sure that you get in there and get creative, and make sure that you share your audiograms and your podcast with us. We love checking out new shows. You can leave your social media handle in the comments of this video, and we will come check you out. You can also follow us anywhere on social media at Pod Sound School. And until next time, keep up the creativity and have fun making audiograms. Woo!